little beginning of the week rant here for you. Not quite the end, not quite the middle. This is going to be a short rant because it can be defeated very easily, this ridiculous argument that I keep hearing spewed. This argument is, and I'm sure you've heard it before if you were going places like Facebook or any other places where the anti-gunners tend to pop up like wildflowers. The argument is, if guns were as regulated as X, and there's no continuation to that sentence. Basically what it is you'll get a poster, a cute little drawn poster where it'll say, if guns are as regulated as something, then they'll come down with a list of things that you have to do to get each. We're going to talk about two different things. You don't need to get into it because every single one can be defeated like this, because every time the government tries to regulate something, it turns to absolute shit, and just these two items will show you that very easily. But one of the most popular ones is, if guns were as regulated as cars, then you need a test form, they'd have to be registered, you know, you'd have to get insurance, this and that. Okay, if the government regulated guns as much as cars, then of course they don't finish that sentence, because let's see, the government is deeply regulating cars, and they're the thing that kills most people preventative death-wise in America. So good job on the government there, good job. If we also want to look at it from a logistics point of view, why don't we go to the DMV, where you can expect such fine service as when you finally wait in line for the whole hour. Sometimes in California, you wait in line for like 3 hours. You are treated to the fine employment union member-esque person of, what'd she say? Oh no, she did. Oh no, bro, oh no, I got somebody up here. No, he like a license. Oh, your baby daddy ain't paying. Your baby daddy ain't paying. And of course, that is the level of intelligence that you can expect from most employees of the DMV, because of course you have such things as unions, public sector unions, so you get kind of crappy service, and that's why the line is 4 miles long in the first place. I know, if you've watched any of my previous rants on the DMV, that yeah, they're in fact that shitty. That's not a rumor. So that's just one of them. Another one they often say is Sudafed. Sudafed. If guns were as regulated as Sudafed. Of course, they don't finish that sentence because they'd sound even more retarded than if they didn't finish it. If guns were as regulated as Sudafed, if you bought a certain amount, you need this, you need proper identification, this and that. Okay, Sudafed, if you don't know, and you probably would because it's abused so greatly, Sudafed is an ingredient in methamphetamine. You can use it, and it has an ingredient that you put methamphetamine in it. Now, it's abused so greatly because, again, government fucks everything up it touches, that people that legitimately need the stuff might not have the proper identification, because, you know, not everybody has an ID card. Remember, for all the people that say, oh, well, you know, you need to have ID cards for voting, which, kind of up in the air on that issue, because on one side I agree, yeah, they're fucking nuts. If we need to have an ID card to go get a firearm, then we need to have an ID card to go get a vote. But either way, you can definitely have legitimate turndowns because people don't have these ID cards. Number two, maybe somebody is buying it for a sick family. You know, the allergies actually get pretty high, like during springtime, and then, oh, you bought too much, you're on some sort of government list now. That's ridiculous. Of course, government lists never get abused. It's not like they, I don't know, take everybody's concealed carry information and just put it out on the internet. Not like anything like that would happen. But again, this leads to something that's so greatly abused that even people like Seth MacFarlane can make jokes on Family Guy. I believe the scene was something like this. I don't know the actor, but the punchline ended up with like something like this: Dan, how many times have I told you not to trade sexual favors for Sudafed? The guy's head flopped back and forth, except he did it in the other direction, which of course, humanly impossible. Yeah, so it's greatly abused. So that's two things, and sometimes you'll get these big, long lists. I actually saw the one that somebody must have put a lot of work into, not a lot of thought, a lot of work into, where it's like, if guns were as regulated as cars, Sudafed, marriage, this and that, they had like 20 things, and every single one of them had been destroyed by government interaction, in fact, government regulation. One of them was marriage. How can you even think that the government is helping out marriage? Now you have states where if you want to marry somebody that you love, can't do that because the government says you can't marry somebody of your own sex. We don't want no man and man. Women on women as I, but we don't want no men on men. That's disgusting. I mean, how can you think the government didn't screw that up? It's like you're not thinking when you make these things, but hey, that's about the level of the anti-gunners. So yes, very quickly, I just wanted to get in and out because I'm so sick of seeing these signs. In fact, I just saw two on Facebook, and that's what prompted me to do this. I saw two in a row. If you ever see those ridiculous argument signs that if guns were as regulated as X, then what? I don't know. Why don't you finish the sentence instead of making a cute little list? Oh, you need this and that, blah, 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 blah. Come on. I mean, guns are not regulated as much as cars, and yet we still have far less deaths from them, so that should pretty much tell you something. And hell, the guns are designed to kill. Remember, that's the only thing they're used for. They're designed to kill, and they're regulated less than cars, and somehow they still don't kill as many people. And the argument's a little shady there. So, in and out, just wanted to get that out. If you ever see those posts on Facebook, you can go and tell them. And how's that government regulation working out for you with cars and Sudafed and anything else you want to, you know, whatever other bit of idiocy you want to toss out. So, thanks for watching. Take it easy, guys.